Can you afford to buy your first commercial property? Do you have the down payment? Do you have the experience or the track record to buy such a deal? Well, for some of you, or most of you, the answer is an emphatic no, Peter, I don't. And some of you have, in fact, had a conversation, a depressing conversation with a real estate agent where they sized you up. When you called them on the phone inquiring about their deal, they've asked you, where's the money coming from? Do you have the experience? Who's your lender? A very defeating conversation, which led some of you to believe that commercial real estate is out of reach for you. All right, today I have good news for you, right? And you can afford a property and you may not need experience. Let me explain. There's a thing called perspective, and that perspective is one of an on-market deal and an off-market deal. Let me explain. On-market deal perspective, this is what most of you see when you go online, right? LoopNet, Craigslist, MLS, and you see a nice 24-unit apartment building and you want to buy it. However, it is broker controlled, okay? Broker controlled. It requires 25 to 30% down, which you may not have. It requires your experience, which you may not have. And for some of you, it's just out of reach, right? So you just shut down that dream. This is the most popular perspective. I want to share with you a different perspective. This is our perspective, and this is the perspective of off-market deals, okay? Whole different perspective where this is our world where most of our deals and students play in, and I believe we are the best in locating off-market deals, okay? And now on off-market deals, it does require money. Some money is required, right? I am not a proponent for no money down deals. I think it's kind of dangerous, okay? I am a proponent that money is required, but it may not be yours. It may be an investor money, or you may use some form of creative financing, which our company is really, really good at training our students how to do. We do this all the time, okay? Experience for off-market deals may not be required, okay? May not be. I'll share some examples with you where we took down deals, sizable deals, and made a lot of money, but no experience was required. Our student was brand new. You just need, this is the key, you just need to follow a set of rules that we have developed over the years to get into off-market deals, to play in this world, this perspective, because this is maybe a brand new perspective for you, but it is the way to go today, in my opinion. All right, so what I want to do next is I want to share with you a tale of two of our students that were both beginners, just like you. They had very little money, absolutely no experience, no track record. However, they were able to build a nice size portfolio, okay? Two different sides of the country, right? They were beginners, very little money, and one started small and one started medium size. I'm going to share their stories with you because they are probably you, and you'll be able to relate to them and put yourself in their shoes and do exactly what they just did. Let's do that next. All right, here we are with two great examples of two current students who have overcome the three questions, right? Can you afford to buy your first commercial property? Do you have the down payment? Do you have the experience? They overcame all that as beginners with a little bit of money. All right, Craig and Michael. Let's go over their situations, okay? All right, so first, Craig, again, very little money, absolutely no experience. He bought a few single-family homes, but no commercial, no multifamily. Okay, so make a long story short, he ended up buying a small multifamily, followed off market. Remember, that's the key. He bought it for $280,000 2.5 years ago. Well, recently he sold it for $557,000, okay? And he made a $277,000 profit, okay, in 2.5 years by putting just a small down payment on this property, okay? Now, the reason why it was so cheap is because the property needed some work, okay? Now, let me get into the seller situation in a second. Now, the keys to success here for Craig was this property was seller financed, meaning that Craig did not have to go to a bank. So the seller became the bank for Craig. The seller held the mortgage for Craig, right? Now, why would a seller do that? It's because when you find a motivated seller and a motivated buyer, that's Craig, beautiful things can happen, which happened here. So here's the seller situation. The seller inherited the property. She was not a real estate investor. She inherited, it came with bad property managers. So the property became, went into disrepair. There was lots of vacancies. They weren't collecting all the rent. So not good. And you can't blame her because this is not her world. This is not her game. Okay. And she was in her upper 60s. So it's time to get out. So luckily we found her online and was able to help her. Okay. So the other key to success for Craig here to get into the business is that he started with a small multifamily, and this may apply to some of you. You may want to start small, and that's absolutely okay. You don't have to start off with a 100-unit apartment building. You can start off with something much smaller to get your foot into the door and get started building your portfolio of commercial properties. Absolutely okay. Okay. All right. Secondly, or lastly, what Craig did to make this amount of money in this short amount of time, he followed our asset management plan. After every deal is closed within our company, they meet with myself and other coaches on a monthly basis, monitoring the money, the management, the marketing, okay? And we go through everything on the property with them because they're beginners. They don't know if a property manager is ripping them off. They don't know if the rent should go up. They're not sure how the accounting should work. We do. So we teach them how to establish this system so that they can scale. Okay. So Craig is on his 4th deal now. Okay. And they're larger than this initial property. Okay. All right. So that's Craig's story. Let's go over to Michael's story, who Craig started small. Michael didn't. Michael went a little larger. Okay. Which is absolutely okay. You just have to learn how larger deals work, which we can show them how to do. Okay, so again, Michael had a little bit of money. Again, absolutely no experience. I think he had some single-family homes. That's about it. Okay, well, he bought 3 off-market deals. Okay, he's on his 4th one. They were a 12-unit, a 20-unit, and then a 22-unit. Okay, now how did he do that? Having very little money and no experience. Okay. Here's what he did. He leveraged his newly acquired syndication skills to get investors. Okay. So what Michael did was Michael came to us and said, Peter, I have this vision of building a portfolio of multifamily properties in my area, but I have a little bit of money, but I don't have all of it for the down payment. Simple solution. Michael, you need to learn how to raise capital. You need to learn how to syndicate. So we taught Michael that. There's a quote here that I share with you. I say this to students and to young people that I meet as well, is to become successful, you need to seek to become a person of value. Okay. So what Michael did was he went from 0 to this in terms of real estate knowledge. Okay. Return on investment knowledge, how to put together great returns for investors. And he took that knowledge to his investors. Investors goes, wow, Michael, we didn't know you had to do this. We're in. So that's exactly what Michael did. And you can learn the same thing too. Okay. All right. Now, here's Michael's keys to success. This is really important. If Michael's deal was on market, broker controlled, the numbers would not have worked. Okay. Would not have worked. Because when you find things off market, the prices are better. Right? The return on investment is better because the prices are lower. Now, when you find something that's on market, is broker control. And remember, a real estate agent, his or her job is not to give you the best deal, not to give you the lowest price. Their job, okay? And some of my best friends are brokers. Their job is to maximize the price for the seller. That's how they make more money. That's how they get famous. And that's how they get more listings. Okay? Is to maximize the price. When you maximize the price, you kill the deals for syndication, okay? For these middle-sized deals. So if Michael would have found this deal from a broker, it would not have worked. He could not pay himself and investors. There would not have been enough money left over. Okay. Secondly, on one of these deals, Michael didn't, again, have all the money, but the seller was motivated. So we organized a seller carry second mortgage. A seller carry second mortgage is when the owner, the seller of the property, holds a second mortgage for you to help you with your down payment if you don't have enough. Okay. So not only did we use investor money here, we also use creative financing. And then Michael was able to get a commercial loan for his deals, which is proof that it's possible. Okay. We all have to start someplace, right? I had to start someplace. I went from residential to commercial. The lender took a chance on me for my first commercial loan, and then the rest is history. Okay. Same with Michael. He was able to get a commercial loan. He went through 10, 11 banks, but one bank decided to take a chance on Michael, and voila, look what Michael has accomplished. Okay. The same with you. The same with you. Okay. All right. Now, the last part here is all it took was one good deal for Michael to establish a track record to get additional investors. So after he did a great job on his first deal, he was able to get a track record, and all the investors that told Michael that, we're not sure if we want to invest with you, Michael showed his first deal that it was a really good deal, went back to them, and now they're all in. And now he's able to acquire these other deals. And Michael's putting down very little money. He's leveraging his new skill set as a syndicator, okay, to get all the money in. Okay, hopefully now you can see that you can afford your first commercial property, that you may be able to get the down payment, and you may not need experience. I hope I have convinced you of that today. Okay. All right. Again, if you have any questions about what I talked about today, or want to get mentored by me and my team, you go ahead and text us or text Peter to 833-942-4516. Or if you just want to read a book, all right, a link will appear. Click on the link, download the book, and get at it. If you want to be mentored, there's a link that will appear on the screen as well. And also too, if you really enjoyed this video, do me a favor, right? Click the like button, subscribe to our channel. We really appreciate you. I appreciate you if you're with me this long. Again, you're my favorite viewer of all time. All right. Thank you, everyone. And I'll see you at the next video.